people wanted me to cover another AU. This time they wanted me to cover Possession Sans stories. And I thought to myself, I never heard of him, so why not take a look at him? And I must say the story is quite interesting, even though there exist two versions of the same story. One that was written in one day on Archive on my own in form of a fanfiction, and the other one in the form of a comic. Both of these stories are quite different, but are written by the same author, this being Jitters. But they would claim that they don't own this AU since they came up with the idea in one day in a group chat with different people, where they're all listing off AU ideas as fast as one could do. It was just one huge mixing pot of ideas and AUs, where everyone scribbled out a bit of everything, and then they had a blast with creating different AUs ideas, and Possessed Sans was one of them. And so they wrote this fanfiction since one of their friends on Twitter wanted this story to be written. And so Jitters did exactly that. But what exactly is the story of Possession Sans? Well, it's a special event horror story. In this AU, Flowey has the ability to possess or take over a single in-game character. Sometimes he can possess two or sometimes more than two characters. This is the only change to this entire AU. Everything else is the same, but because Flowey can take over other characters, they mostly target the skeleton brothers, Sans and pə-PY-rəs, while also targeting other characters like Undyne. Sometimes the possession don't work. The reason why Flowey always possesses pə-PY-rəs is because pə-PY-rəs is stronger than Sans in the health, defense, attack part. Another common target is pə-PY-rəs' brother Sans. The reason for him possessing Sans is because his ability are so much stronger than pə-PY-rəs, this being the Karmic Retribution ability, his dodging ability, and his Gaster Blaster. And due to the fact that both of these brothers are more stronger and more powerful than most other monsters in the underground. So now that we have the basic overview of this story, let's tackle the first version of the story, this being the Archive of our own version, which has the name Sans and the Cold. To keep it simple, in this version of Flowey Possession, Sans is hit by a strong cold, meaning he is sick in his bed. Flowey uses this opportunity to take over this weakened Sans body and uses his body to kill everyone in Snowden. The story ends with pə-PY-rəs being forced to stop Sans, but the timeline resets and pə-PY-rəs wakes up and seeing a sick Sans once again in his bed. And his only thought is to keep him warm and keep him safe. The other version and well-known version is the comic version, where Flowey confronts Sans about him knowing about the resets and offers Sans a deal to be able to not feel anything, to be able to just let go of everything, not caring anymore. Sans agrees to this deal, but doesn't know what exactly Flowey has planned. Flowey takes over Sans' body and goes to Sans and pə-PY-rəs' house, where he tries to kill pə-PY-rəs. Because he wants pə-PY-rəs to see what he is capable of, Flowey leaves with Sans' body and kills everyone in the entire underground, frees the Seventh Soul, and continues his murderous rampage on the surface, where he also kills a lot of humans. At the end, Flowey kills with Sans' body pə-PY-rəs, but at that moment Sans finally gains consciousness once again and uses Flowey's ability to reset the timeline, and so the story ends. Now I'm actually quite interested what power scalars I might say of how strong this version of Sans and Flowey is. Is he stronger than Undertale Sans? Who knows? But that was the story. Please read the original fanfiction and the original comic. Link to both stories are down in the description. But for now, goodbye and please watch my Undertale Sans video. Goodbye.